We Three Trolls is not intended for listening.
This episode of We Three Trolls is brought to you by an angry mob. With the burden of proof being such a burden and all, the ability to enact instant physical retribution on total strangers is at an all-time low. It's gotten so bad that the entire judicial system is infected with the presumption of innocence. Thanks, Trump. But what if I told you that although you can't lynch a person in reality, you could lynch them in virtual reality? Social media justice has taken the country by storm, and by country I mean major metropolitan areas, and it's never been easier to ruin a person's life from the comfort of your own home. In fact, social media justice can be done virtually anywhere. From the back of an Uber, you can get a man fired for having the audacity to make a joke in a public place. You can excoriate a sexually awkward male who clumsily asks you for a date, and then tweet it at his employer, all while getting a relaxing mani-pedi. Don't let being a woman or a low-T soy boy stop you from being a total monster. Join an angry mob today.
We Three Trolls is shot live on location in the Brat Cave, A.K.A. the basement.
Perfect diction. Perfect diction.
One more time. I'm going to do this right. We Three Trolls is shot live on location in the Brat Cave, A.K.A. the basement of the world-famous comedy store, A.K.A. the center of the goddamn universe. I'm Harry Blackman. Who is with me today?
I'm Wub Savell.
I'm Lleshi.
All right, guys, it's story time. All right, I think that this podcast is warping my brain because now I'm just going out and doing crazy shit to talk about on the podcast.
Oh, no. What'd you do?
I went to a dominatrix.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Where'd you find her?
I found her off the internet, Backpage. I found her on Backpage.
What was the
impetus?
the cost?
Oh, a couple $100.
Okay.
Couple $100. And I have to tell you, a lot of the conversations we've had on this podcast have made me realize I have not lived a very full life.
Why is that?
Well,
I just haven't done much.
Not
It's just
paying
good
a
stuff.
woman to shit on you, I don't really consider that's a high bar for like full life.
Well, you know, we talked a lot about Louis C.K. jerking off in front of people. I was like, I ain't done that. I'm
Really?
gonna do it.
You'd never jerked off in front of a
Well,
chick?
not in the context that he was doing it. It was usually involving fucking
Yeah.
as well. And
Yeah,
I
you
never
didn't
just
randomly
did it.
do it.
Right. This time, I didn't do it randomly here either.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I found this woman, and she was very nice. She's very sweet. She's very southern.
A nice dominatrix? What?
What part of the South did she hail from?
I can't say. I don't want to reveal too much information about this
I'm
poor
just-
woman.
I'm just asking.
Out of respect for her privacy, I won't say, but she's from the South.
Well, what kind of barbecue sauce does she like?
Oh yeah, wet or dry. I hear what you're going for. It's wet.
All right. Yeah, it is.
All right. So I contacted this woman. I said I want jerk off instructions. You guys know what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. For the listeners that don't know, asked her to instruct me on jerking off. They basically just tell you what to do, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you can look them up. There's plenty of videos available online,
Mm-hmm.
right, of women berating the camera.
Sure.
As you're,
Oh yeah,
you
exactly.
know,
Yeah.
basically the porno version of doing it.
Totally.
Of being demeaned.
If you're a
Yeah.
fucking coward and you don't want to
Yeah.
fucking take
Yeah.
your life into your own
Yeah.
hands, you can go do that.
That's probably a fun job, man. Just beating the fuck out of some
Oh,
dude.
I can tell you, this girl's job, she loves it too, because basically all she
my
did
God.
was she made me give her a full body massage. That's how I earned the right to jerk off in front of her. she made me pay her $200 to give her a body massage. All right.
That's pretty good racket.
And let me tell you, she loved every fucking second of it. She loved the massage. She loved being ogled. She made me lie down on her floor on my back, and she would like stand over me with her pussy above me. And she was into it. She liked that I was staring at her while I was jerking off. Right?
yeah.
Now I have to
You
tell
went
you,
to her house?
yes.
Whoa.
I don't
that's-
think they would come to your house. Otherwise, you might kill them when they get there, right?
Yeah, but it's
letting
a double
weirdos know
risk.
where the hell you live is kind of...
Whores do it though, like all the time.
Really?
Like regular Backpage whores. You know, like you just go to their house.
Or into a hotel, I would imagine.
Well, that too.
What's this Backpage? What is?
Backpage is where you can find whores. Now that Craigslist is no good.
It's no good on Craigslist.
Backpage
Why?
is
They
still
got
the
guy
Wild
from-
West.
They got the guy from Dateline working for him now.
Yeah, Curtis Hanson.
He's like, hello. You're like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
How you doing? Pretty good. Why don't you have a seat right over there on the other side of the bar?
But anyway, so I couldn't get into it. If you want to know the goddamn truth, I thought this is absurd. She's like 4'9". I was like, you're not dominating me. At any point, I could just get up
Right.
and take over.
Yeah.
At any fucking point. But this is the reason why I brought it up. I thought it was kind of funny. I gamed the shit out of her. Because after she was done dominating me, end quote, I was like putting my clothes on. And we were just making small talk. What we were going to do after the session was over. And I said, I'm going to go get drunk. I didn't tell her I was going to go get drunk at an open mic. Okay, I'm not stupid. I didn't say where. I didn't say where or why I was getting drunk.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about drinking. We were talking about what kind of bar we would hang out at. She was saying that she will hang out at any bar as long as they don't play Nickelback. And, of course, I seized the opportunity, and I said, man, making fun of Nickelback is nickel hack. You're telling me you don't like Nickelback? They sound like Pearl Jam. You like Pearl Jam, don't you? What's wrong with Nickelback?
Yeah.
Dude.
I get so old hearing that, though,
right?
too. It's like, hey, they had a couple songs that I used to listen to. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with Nickelback.
Yeah.
So anyway, while I'm berating her for making fun of Nickelback, she started playing with her hair. She's like crossing and uncrossing her legs, looking at the ground. The look of horror on Rose's face. that this woman would want to fuck me afterwards.
Sometimes you just got to set them straight, you know?
I did set her straight.
She's probably just used to getting like beta males in there. They just want to get their ass kicked by her, you know?
That's exactly what she's used to.
I have another theory, though.
Oh, let's hear it.
She could also be gaming you because she could be baiting you to want to come again for another session. Do you know what I mean?
I never went back yet.
No, I'm just saying that.
That was yesterday.
It was a week ago, actually.
I'm kidding.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean about that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she
No,
could be doing it for. She's obviously in it for the money.
Well,
so.
But that doesn't mean she doesn't want to get fucked. You know, women like it when you, I don't know. They like it when you don't give a fuck. I made it very clear to her that she didn't wow me. She didn't win me over just because she's hot or whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
No way. Use body language, man. Body language is the ultimate truth detector. I can tell that someone wants to fuck me. They can't hide it. They start doing stuff that's unconscious.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that the sex professional is incapable of throwing body language signals at another person? Come on.
No, she did. She sent me a lot of them.
Definitely has regulars too, you know that.
Well,
just keep
I know.
their
she's
ass-
pretty. I should make it very clear. She was really normal. She wasn't like. She wasn't even dressed as like. Like.
She wasn't in any sort of costume.
No way. She was totally normal. Like I said, she's from the South, so
Yeah.
it was extremely easy to talk to her. It wasn't like. I don't know.
That's so weird. So she didn't dress up like in leather and like have whips and shit.
No way.
Maybe you got to request that.
Next time I will. Oh, I
No,
will.
I
say
don't mean you. I just mean maybe you have to in general be like, or are there no like questions about what you're looking for before the thing, before you meet?
Yeah, I guess I could. She didn't ask for. I didn't ask for any requests or something like that. But she was definitely dressed in the most normal looking outfit. You would never even guess that she was doing this for a living at all.
So what'd you say when you emailed her back, or you're like, hey, I'm interested in getting my ass whooped? Like, what'd you say to her?
I said I want to try some jerk off instructions.
Okay.
Dude, what if you just gave her such a great massage?
I might have done a good job, actually. Yeah, she was. She was
like,
saying-
you know what? Maybe I will go out with this dude. That was a pretty nice massage. At
She
least
doesn't know that if we were dating, I would never ever massage her at all.
right.
This is. I mean, I was. While it was happening, I was like, I just paid $200
Plus-
to do this. Gross.
Well, here
It's
is
fucking gross.
here is the benefit of dating a person who comes to you as a sex worker. You already know their worst secrets because they paid you to do them.
You saw it. You saw it
Like-
firsthand.
It's true. They got dirt on you.
Yeah. Perhaps this could turn into the healthiest relationship you ever had.
Wouldn't it be fucked up if I started dating this girl? I would force her to play Nickelback at our wedding. Look at this photograph.
Oh my god.
Dude, when you jerk off in front of her, you got to be like, I'm going to come on your Nickelback.
I should tell you, I think that
and then just splooge on
I think
her,
she
you know?
also liked me because she said, quote, I was a squirter, end quote. I sprayed
Yeah.
quite a bit. So that's one way in which
Yeah.
this podcast has already corrupted me. Now I'm Louis C.K.
But
Louis JPL.
what did you think of the actual experience, though, of
It's
being
lame
dominated?
as fuck. It was so
right?
dumb.
It's
and
not that interesting.
she had a riding crop, and she would occasionally like hit my dick with it. And it's just like, okay, how is this erotic? It's just stupid. Like I said, I couldn't get dominated by somebody that I know I could easily dominate. She's not taller than me. She's not like stronger than me.
You should have hooked up with that wrestler.
Totally. I think about that all the time. Don't get me wrong. I only have a handful of regrets in my life, but that is in the top 5 for sure. I wish I had lost my virginity to a college wrestler. Female, everybody. Come on.
It's hilarious.
Well, speaking of sexual perversions, should we talk about that CNN article on cucks?
I don't even want to because I'm so agitated that they even are trying to mainstream this horse shit.
Yeah, they're trying to
Fake
say that
news.
it's good for relationships if you allow.
It's bad for the family.
Cuckolding. Yeah, I'm like, what? How?
Dude, what's so crazy about this article to me is that, so I read it, right? And then in the article, they talk about 2 different studies in the article. One of the studies has to do with homos.
Yes.
So it's like how prevalent is cuckolding in the homosexual community. And they just talk about the other study, but there's no link to it. So they're just saying, like, this whole article, I'm looking for anything about, like, I could find about heterosexual couples, because that's the picture they show with the article. It's like 2 dudes and a chick. But it's just not even in there.
And then they said for the gay guys, obviously cuckolding, because it's not like they're looking for marriage most of the time. So a lot of them are like, whatever, fuck it. Supposedly, according to this article,
it's a little more. Monogamy isn't as strong in the gay community. That's just, dude. If you don't know that, then, and if you don't believe that, you either don't know any gay people, like you don't have any gay friends that you've ever talked to, or you're just totally. I don't know. You're just naive or something.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you saying men don't covet monogamy unless they're forced
It's not,
to? Basically,
I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying those are the facts as they lay.
I hear what you're saying.
You
These
know?
gays are fucking degenerates.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
should
that's
not
it.
be letting them
Love
have
that
kids.
butt pussy.
Yeah.
Shit, it's disgusting.
I mean, that's why they invented AIDS.
Yes, they
You know?
did.
Oh, guys, Scott hates them. Oh my god, that's terrible.
Oh man.
That's not
Anyway.
hitting the cutting room floor, Wub. You're gonna have to own that one.
That's fine. That's fine. The only reason why I really wanted to bring this up was specifically to call CNN cucks for putting this story out.
Yeah.
Let's just
I
ask
had to look at the
how-
link. I was like, is this even real? Like, I can't believe CNN is like even writing about this.
Dude, CNN is fucking
You know,
fake news,
it's
man.
Cuck
It's
News
crazy.
Network.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuck News Network.
It really is.
Dude, so I was just wondering, okay, just as a parallel, in what year do you think CNN would put out an article talking about women's rape fantasies and how those are super positive? You know what I mean? Like, you're talking
Yeah.
about this male
It's
fantasy.
not popular right now. As soon as
That's what I'm
something's
saying.
popular,
It's not a fad.
then they'll, whatever they think is a fad, that's what they're going to push forward. But like the rape fantasy thing, that's a real thing. I mean, like if you look up porn, any type of porn, they have all kinds of shit. Rape fantasy pops up a lot.
So does
wait,
so does cuckold porn. I'm just saying you wouldn't see it you wouldn't imagine CNN putting that
No.
out or something.
No way.
Because they'd think, oh, this is like, I don't know, it's pretty like risque to make it's like we're making a statement that it's okay.
Well, there's a fake feminist movement going on, and they're in front of it, so they're not going to put anything about raping or anything like that.
It's you're just randomly pulling out like a fetish, a porn fetish, and being like, look how popular this is.
It's
They're not
gross.
doing that with any other fetish, and they certainly wouldn't do it with a fetish that could be seen as unflattering to women.
It's because it's emasculating to men
Mm-hmm.
to
Exactly.
basically
And look at these 2 fags. Sorry.
yeah.
But
It's
come on.
emasculating to men to watch their wife, girlfriend, whatever get screwed by another guy. I mean, even if you see commercials on TV now, it's always like the guy, like there was one that just kept replaying. I think it was like GE, like a washer dryer bullshit. And it's the dad like getting the stuff out of the washer and the dryer, and the daughter's, he's like, I thought you were going to be a koala or whatever. He's like, yeah. She's like, a slutty koala. And he's like, you know, just standing there. I'm like, first of all, that would never happen. Why is the stay-at-home dad? I'm not saying it would never happen, but every commercial is like emasculating the men. It's like you don't see the mom doing that. Like now, it's always like the mom's making fun of the dad. Everybody just shitting on the dad. You know that whole thing. Like they want them all to be betas. Like it's okay to be a man. Like it's,
you know what I noticed?
Just be good at being a man. You know what I mean? Like don't be a shitty dad. Like who cares? You work all day. You should be able to come home to dinner or a clean fucking house. What's that bitch doing? You know what's wrong with that? You're all of a sudden you're a bad man or whatever. Like. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You know what I noticed? There's this channel that I like to watch called the Home and Garden Network or whatever.
Yeah.
And they have this show on it called My Lottery Dream Home, where these men usually will win the lottery and then they get to go buy a home that's real nice for their family. And every time that they go and they look at 3 houses, the men are cucked so hard on this show. Number one, they only get to have a man cave. They never get to have final say, even though they won the money. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's almost like this show is designed to make men know their fucking place now, that they're not a man cave. Motherfucker, I paid for this house. The whole house is my fucking cave.
Right.
This is craziness.
But I have a question, though. Is that the rules of the show? Like, oh, you only get to pick a man cave and the wife gets to pick everything else?
Yes, I know. This is the rules I noticed. They don't, like, say it.
Okay.
They say it more obliquely, but it's the message they're sending. Also, I've just noticed on the Food Channel, all the hosts are gay dudes or chicks, never any hetero dudes, and they're always like cooking up and chopping things that look like cocks. You ever notice that? They're always chopping up like carrots and stuff, and they're just trying to subconsciously.
I have a theory.
Well, most stuff looks phallic. I mean, you know.
I don't know. It's pretty
bananas.
interesting, chopping up dicks and throwing them into boiling water and shit. I don't know. I don't need to see hot dogs getting cooked. I know how that fucking process works. You're throwing them in boiling water.
Maybe he's a cuck and just got sick of, just imagined his boyfriend getting fucked by another dude and just threw that sausage in that boiling water, you know?
Dude.
Out of spite.
But here's my theory as to why they do that with the Home and Garden channel. Because the show is probably targeted towards women.
I know that. I know.
So they're going to put them in this scenario where they don't have to like deal with the long-term effect of like emasculating the husband. So they just get that. They watch that because they would not want to be with that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're getting out their like, their like desire of if they were in that scenario, how they would act or want to act. But they can't. Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
All right.
No. I think that they're trying to change society. I think they're trying to embolden these women that are watching it into treating their men like fucking worms. And the men are just supposed to be okay with it. Okay, you know, we're going to have $1 million home, but I'll just have the fucking basement for myself. Just hide in there alone like a fucking goddamn troll, even though I paid for everything around here. It's disgraceful, man. When I used to watch that show, Mad Men, I'd be like, man, I wish I could live in this world. I'm so fucking tired of our gay-ass, non-manly world that we live in now.
I kind of wish that, too, because, you know, it'd be nice to have some guy that's just like, hey, what am I required to just stay home and get drunk all day and have children? No fucking problem. Oh, I got to cook, clean. Oh, yeah. I don't have to pay for anything, and I get to go on vacations and enjoy my... Oh, you're going to get my hair did, my nails did, get new clothes? Like, fuck yeah. Of course I would love that. Whatever stuff I want to do on the side, like, easy, no problem. You just got to fuck your husband.
Fuck the milkman when the dad's getting drunk at the office. Oh, beautiful. It's the perfect life for everyone. It worked fine.
Yeah. Now the mom and dad both have to work. Like, everybody's got to work 2 fucking jobs. There's no time for families. It's just time for everybody. Like, it's not set up for... a wife and a husband and children. Like, that's not how society's set up. Like, not
anymore. They killed the family.
There's no
family unit doesn't exist anymore. It's fucking crazy. That's why there's so much crime and crazy shit, because there's no dad around to tell you to.
There's no mom either. She's working. You know, equality. Hello, you're at work. You can't afford to have
raised by the state or by daycare.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's gross.
Yeah, it's really nuts.
It's gross. I really fear for the next generation. Whatever these Tide Pod eating motherfuckers start having kids, oh Jesus Christ. That group of kids is going to be the biggest group of simps. Bunch of simpletons, bunch of retards.
Yeah, for sure.
Running around flinging their shit everywhere, basically. It's going to be fucking crazy after, hopefully we'll be dead by the time those motherfuckers get in charge. But if we're not, we will be. They will kill us all with their dumb asses.
We're so
Cool
mad
story.
at everybody.
Yeah.
I get really, I don't know. I'm really frustrated right now because I don't want Sharia law, but I don't want feminism either. And who fights feminism harder than Muslims? Like, I don't know what to do anymore. Should we just let them in?
Muslims, I'll just say this. They have more women in power in Muslims countries than ever in the United States. Why is that? They just make it look like that. Not everybody's a psycho out there. There are some, like, I don't really even
They don't
know.
They don't
I
all
don't know
stay
what the
in
fuck
power that long.
Sharia law is, but most of the women there are educated and they're in power out there. It's like they respect women more out there, you know, like when they're covered up and shit. Like, there's a reason for that. There's a reason why they're covered up. And if they want to fucking be covered up, so what? You want to put your fake tits out on display constantly, you do that too.
I don't know. Sharia law might be a nice change of pace. I'd love to see some Instagram models wearing a hijab. I don't have to look at your dumb tits anymore.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Put them away. I've seen them enough.
I thought this would be Troll of the Week, the crypto coin company, where they basically got robbed of millions or something, or they just disappeared, and they message that they left after cleaning out people from all their cryptocurrency was just penis.
It was up
It's
there for
pretty
like a
good.
month. Yeah. That company's from Lithuania. You're a fucking idiot. What are you investing in a Lithuanian company for? No offense, Lithuania, but fucking seriously? Like, it's like basically Russia. I mean, they hate that. They don't want to be part of it, but like, yo, don't trust that shit. Anything East Bloc like that, no. It's all shit.
Bitcoin's over. You guys fucked up. You should have done it over the summertime.
There's
Yeah.
like a ton of different cryptocurrencies, though. That's how I think people are suckered into something, you know?
Yeah.
They don't know anything about it, and they're like, oh, that's the same thing, so I'll just get that.
Still listening to people talk about Bitcoin. I'm like, just shut the fuck up. Like, you clearly don't know anything about it. You're a fucking broke ass. I hate you. Shut the fuck up. Just
Try to earn some real money, idiot.
I've had so many people try to talk to me about that. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to invest in it. It's retarded.
I'm through with your Bitcoins.
God damn it.
Well, I also had that article about Tumblr victims bullying themselves.
That's what I wanted to talk about. Oh, hell yes. Because this seems to be a common theme right now. People making up their own persecution, basically.
Here's the thing, though, about it. It's not that they're the only ones bullying themselves, but like 6% are also bullying themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Online.
like... I don't understand it. It's like they want to join in the mob so much that they're like, yeah, fuck me.
They're so sheep. Yeah.
Like, fuck me, fuck that person. I'm that person, but fuck them.
Well, when you think about how dramatic everything is when you're that age, like, I was like, I remember if
know.
I wanted to have my way, I'm like, man, if I just cry really hard in the mirror and just like look really sad, maybe I'll get my fucking way. Like, I was so psychotic. Like, that's how I would think. But I've never even thought to be like, yeah, I got bullied by somebody. Because if I came home and said I got bullied by somebody and got beat up or made fun of, my mom would go to the school. First of all, she'd kick my ass for not kicking their ass. And then she'd go to the school and fucking cause a scene. So I would not tell her shit, dude. Not one thing. Not one thing. As I said, if somebody touches you, you better fucking beat the shit out of them. Because if you don't, I'm going to fuck you up. That's what my parents would say.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, that Thleg Krain means I'll break your fucking head in Albanian. And that was a normal thing that was said to me. So, like, these kids are obviously, God knows, like, you know, all these kids are now on like antidepressants. I'm like, no, you're just a teenager. You don't need to be on that shit. Like, your life is not that bad, man.
You just need to listen to Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah.
And get angry and
Totally.
yell at the fucking sky.
Dude, how desperate are you for fucking attention that you are sending hate messages to yourself?
Dude, it's sad. There's been a lot of these stories that where someone has found a swastika on their house, and then it's revealed that some black dude put a swastika on his own house. What is the left has gone fucking berserk.
Well, here's what it is, I think. Victimization and being a victim is so popular now because you get attention. So even, you know how they say even bad attention is good attention?
Mm-hmm.
So I think kids are latching on to that idea, like subconsciously or whatever they're doing. They're actually going through with suicide, a lot of these kids are.
Sounds
like
good to me.
One of the girls that actually killed herself.
So there's a silver lining.
They figured out that she was the one who was bullying herself online. Nobody else. It was just her.
Wow.
And Tumblr has a thing on their account like where you could anonymously write to yourself.
Yeah.
So like
Pulling some 4chan shit.
yeah. So
Trolling themselves.
That's
people are trolling
exactly.
themselves online just to have
That's our job, assholes.
just to have people look at their shit. That's it. Just for people to like sit there and stare at that, you know? It's fucking crazy.
There's been some funny ones I saw too recently where they'd be like tweeting at Donald Trump, saying racist stuff about themselves, forgetting that they didn't log into the new fake account.
Yeah.
So they just said racist stuff about themselves at Donald Trump to themselves.
It's hilarious.
It's beautiful, man.
Dude, it said in this article at least that people who identify as non-heterosexual were 3 times more likely to cyberbully themselves.
No way. Are you kidding me? These queens are dramatic. No, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Well, they're already confused too, and they're like, "Fuck."
You're
I
telling
like
me
dick,
a group of
or I
men
like
that call
vagina.
themselves queens are dramatic? No way. Game over.
Yo, before we make like a virgin and beat it, I want to give a shout out to His Royal Holiness, the Dalai Lama, for throwing one hell of a rager at his Malibu party palace this weekend. Hey, DL, you still owe me $50 for the natty ice, you son of a bitch. All right, keep on trolling, you stupid motherfuckers. We hate you for listening.
Another triumph.
And now it's time for your daily disaffirmation.
You love being a disgusting little pig, don't you? You love being a terrible, horrible waste of a human being every single fucking day. Every day, you realize that that's what you're doing and you do it again. Even though you tell yourself you don't like it, you tell yourself you don't want to do this, you fucking do it. You'll do it till the day you die, and you know you will, because you have no self-control, do you? And you fucking hate that about yourself. You're gonna do it anyways, though. Because you're a sad, lonely, horrible little pervert.
I retreated to my safe space and flipped on the telly, which was tuned to the Travel Channel, surely the blandest on the dial. To wit, the Travel Channel was airing a program about donuts called Food Paradise Donut Shop. Surely they couldn't politicize donuts, I thought as I settled in. Wrong. The first donut shop profiled by the Travel Channel was owned by 2 doughy hipster feminists. In between interviews with the 2 fatties, there were testimonials from the shop's clientele, which consisted solely of fat women of various races and a single black fag. On to the next segment, which opened with a crowd shot of a line snaking around a donut shop in Oceanside, New Jersey. The snake-like line was a Benetton rainbow. At the center of the rainbow was a man wearing a yarmulke. This donut shop was also owned by a woman. Shots of multiracial groups munching donuts flashed across the screen. Next donut shop profiled was owned by an interracial couple. It's almost as if the Travel Channel may have an agenda. The next donut shop was owned by a white male, but don't worry, his clientele was mostly fat black women. Whew! Next profiled shop was owned by a minority woman. I closed my eyes. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you see it, you can never see anything else. Their agenda is transparent, inescapable, ever present. They are brainwashing us. They are creating a new world order. They own